So I suppose you could read the quest log if you wanted a recap of what happened, but we just screwed over the Clockwork King. He's skipping, and he's going to skip forever now. He's dead. We told Afra about it. Reza is on the run. And now, really, we can resume the main quest, which was to find Caxton Frost.
What did we go to the...
We went to the Weirdlands to light the beacon.
Oh, that's right. That was part of that quest.
Uh-huh.
Why did I think there was other stuff to do there?
Well, there probably is other stuff to do there, but nothing that we know about. We were told that there were stories of treasure being buried in abandoned cellars and such.
Right.
So, honestly, I think the big decision to make now is, are we going back to Hallowshire? And maybe even into the Undying lands? Or to look for the Emberian? Or do we want to stick around in the Clockwork Kingdom?
You would rather do that than...
No, this is your decision. This is your gameplay today. I do miss my best friends in the Union.
I don't remember. Did we get a way back into here?
Yeah, you found a teleporter stone.
Well, besides that, did we get the thing we were supposed to get?
Yeah, you got your passport.
From Misha?
Oh, no, you haven't done that yet.
We have to do a quest for that lady.
Yeah, she asked us to find a wreckage, and we could not find the wreckage.
Mikhail's crooked contact inside the Clockwork Kingdom is willing to grant you a travel permit, but only if you do her a favor first. Find the lost royal freight capsule somewhere in the countryside northwest of Ferropolis and bring whatever is back inside to the royal factory in the city. So where is it?
She said in the woods, right?
Northwest.
Okay, here's the thing. I distinctly remember that we went through these northwestern woods a lot, and we did not see it. So I'm kind of cool with just abandoning that quest. Now that we've linked the teleporter from the academy, I don't even think we need the passport to get in and out of here.
I would feel better if we had it, but we can look for Caxton Frost first.
I mean, I'm just saying that I don't think we need to do that quest. I think it would just give us an ability that we already have.
Oh, he has trouble walking and a moth tattoo on his left ass cheek. Have we seen anyone like that?
I don't think we've seen anyone's left or right ass cheek. You know, there's a Oleg Igorovich who lost his son and is probably sobered up by now. We could try to do his quest.
I think we've been neglecting the main quest for a hot minute.
Sure we have, and we can keep neglecting it for as long as we want. But if you want to keep doing this, we can.
We'll do a little bit of main quest and then see where that takes us.
All right. Emberian is also main quest, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know how we're gonna find Caxton. Your guess is as good as mine. You know anything about a Darkstar mercenary? The red...
Velma.
Velma, was it? Viola? Making all kinds of trouble for the Union. Good for her, I say. Mind, if you're looking for Darkstar swords around here, I'll have to disappoint you. Although there was that adventurer fella who went over to their side 10 or 15 years ago. That would be Caxton. Frost, that was it. Caxton Frost. Used to be a hero of the kingdom. In the end, his own crewmates shipped him dead in some kind of mutiny. Made the front page of that week's dispatch. A lot of folk thought he got what he deserved.
Didn't we read a thing that implied that his death was faked?
Well, no. It said it detailed his death, but I think it was faked. More questions, Pet.
I must be off, simply. Absolute bollocks. My cousin in Yansk. Her daughter saw a corrupt one in the forest just last week. It's spreading bloody everywhere.
King's Grace, my dear. Isn't it nice to be safe and warm in Ferropolis where the guild can look after us? No doubt the corruption will be cleaned up soon.
No one likes us.
I wonder if we wear our badge. Man, the Clockwork Kingdom soundtrack has been really good.
I was just about to say I'm starting to appreciate this music.
I really like the Ferropolis tune. It was all mysterious. Keep going. And that's it ahead of you, I think.
No, that's a light.
So where do we want to go? Hallowshire or the Academy? Hallowtown, I mean.
Hallowtown.
Oh, that's funny. It was like instantaneous.
Ouch.
No loading screen.
No horrific damage on our bodies.
Good.
I totally forgot where they said the Emberian is supposed to be.
Woods outside the village, I think? Camping in the forest to the west near a giant rusty turbine. Alright, have a look at the map.
Forest to the west. Wish I could zoom out.
Wait, is that you on the X?
Yes.
You don't we haven't even charted that territory.
Down here?
Yeah,
Not really.
I thought we'd seen it all. Oh, we have a level.
Good to know.
I think we should keep leveling wisdom.
Mm-hmm. For lore.
Yeah, and also because I can't wait to get actual offensive spells. So when we find the Duchess, or the Emberian, what are we gonna do?
We talked to her.
Do you think it's gonna go hostile?
Well, I could tell you about my interaction with her, or I could
No
let us
need.
find out.
We'll find out.
We actually have the key for this if we want to stop by.
Might as well. We bought it from the shop, didn't we?
Yeah.
Bone key. Oh, it's an elevator. Whoa, this is taking us up into the sky?
Mm-hmm.
Look around.
I don't really remember this, actually.
Yeah, what the hell is this thing?
Hey! What are you?
We've seen him before.
No.
He's been there the whole time. The giant hermit crab in the sky. Right.
Wiccan Island.
Wiccan Island? Someone's gonna have to tell the Union about this. I do not like Wiccans. Not at all. Yes, indeed.
I bet we can get in here.
I bet we can.
I bet we can get in here.
You just gotta keep trying.
I bet we
You
can
just
get in
gotta
here.
keep trying.
What did I say? On Paeguth by Theodore Hubert. How long is this?
Let's see what the Paeguth apologists have to say.
Oh, that's not that long.
Paeguth in ancient times, no speck of land in the bounds of the fallen empire had not felt the loving touch of their miasmic embrace. So ubiquitous was their presence that crumbling effigies can still be found to this day, though it is unlikely most would not recognize them as such. Like all early gods, the shape Paeguth took upon their arrival bears their resemblance to how we picture them today.
Bears little resemblance.
There's little resemblance. Early accounts depict Paeguth as a soft and gentle creature, half the stature of a normal person and with a bleating voice not unlike a baby lamb. Wherever Paeguth tread, life spilled forth. Whenever new life sprang up, Paeguth was sure to follow. So entwined were they to life and growth that the Wiccans granted them governorship over these domains, the god of fertility, life, and abundance. As with all gods, Paeguth changed with time. His change was not a gentle one. In the Middle Ages, when Elswin initiated the War of Weeping, Paeguth joined those that sought to oppose her destructive tide. However, Paeguth soon found that life was more easily cut short than nurtured. They watched scores of their most beloved cut low by Elswin's crimson axe. Each crumpled body scarred Paeguth's soul, and in that bed of scars their heart hardened. Paeguth retreated deep into a dark cave, untouched by war. There they studied the hardy creatures that eked out a meager existence in the darkest, untouched corners of the earth. They learned that life can endure when one discards such foolish notions as beauty and grandeur. When Paeguth emerged, their grotesque body heralded in a new order, life unending at any cost. Many would recoil at the god's new terrifying visage, many others would come to welcome their blissfully cancerous embrace. Those that worshipped them would slowly be warped into new grotesque forms. Though hideous, these creatures were engineered for almost limitless survival. It is unclear if Paeguth survived the world rent. Many theories that the Earth's sundering was enough to finally shatter the once-loved god. Others believe, or perhaps pray, that it will have once again returned to its cave and will again bestow the gift of nigh everlasting life upon their faithful followers.
Well, we know.
I so want to end Paeguth. I hate that thing.
We probably should end Paeguth. I hate to say it, but just look at the cute little thing that he gave us, wherever it is.
The cute little thing.
Hold on. Where is it?
The Paeguth spores.
Oh, where is he?
Probably escaped containment, little freak.
There he is!
Look at that little...
Oh, look at him.
I want to smash that under my boot. Higher. Way higher. A little higher still. Execute. He moved.
Do I backseat drive you?
Listen, snipers are always two teams. This place gives me the willies. We
I
should
must be
leave.
friendly with this faction to gain entry.
The Wiccans hate us.
Oh, this is Wiccan territory, you're so right.
Rightfully so, because I hate the Wiccans.
Sorry, I thought that was a giant turnip and got excited. Another corpse flower.
Oh, you're right. Those are really popping up all over the place now. If I were to die in this universe, I would like my body to sprout a cool flower like that.
That'd be cool.
Come out to play, Wiccans.
Well, how do I get friendly with them?
You don't.
But
You kill them all.
but if that was an option, how do I even do that?
By killing the Union, I'm guessing.
Maybe if you start killing Union representatives, a Wiccan comes to your door and it's just like,
I became popular with the Union because I killed so many Wiccans.
true. Actually, no, it was because you killed a lot of goblins and bandits.
Mm-hmm. And the occasional Wiccan. Alright, what the fuck is this?
This is not where we came in.
He's got a captive godlet.
Hey, man.
Greetings,
Oh, we
traveler.
could give them godlets, that's right.
Have you seen the spiked god shells around here? I'm a collector of these precious godlets that dwell within. What exactly is a godlet? I want to see if they sell something different. In centuries past, the Skyrealms thrived with all manner of gods. Every city, every town would be under the thrall of some deity, and we Wiccans negotiated the contracts between god and mortal. But during the God Wars, so many gods were struck down, so many lost, although it is very difficult to actually kill a god so long as faith remains. So, we nurture those lost deities back into a physical form. The god shells protect the gestation pyramid, and when they are ready, we harvest their precious bounty. So, they turn these into gods.
Oh, he's so cute.
They're gonna crack them open like an eggshell.
No, they're not harvesting those. They crack open the shells. Those are the things they nurture. Stop trying to get me to turn against the little godlet guys.
Alright, where are we now?
Aren't we in that one bandit cave?
I don't know where we are. We're below Hollowtown. The Wiccans have easy access into Hollowtown. That's interesting. Check out the mine behind you.
We're, like, in Hollowtown.
Probably some free iron in there. I say we grab some more to sleep for the night, buy some more potions, make some more potions if we have the stuff, and then we go find the scholar who we made the map for, and maybe he'll give us another passport. And if so, we could go check out the Undying lands.
Yeah, even though I said we would go do other things.
And if you want to get yourself a quick delusion, head up into that clock tower and hand over the specimen of Paeguth.
Sorry, the what?
Give it to him. It's right there.
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking
Give
about.
him the specimen.
I'm just looking for the hotel man.
Come on.
I just feel like you're asking me to crush a little baby with my hands.
Imagine it's not just a baby, it's like a baby wasp crawling with maggots and it wants to kill you.
Oh, poor thing.
No, that's what it is. That's what it is and you need to destroy it.
I think this guy's dead.
He's been there the whole time, yeah. Alright, well,
I hate to say it.
you don't have enough stuff?
I hate to say it, but,
You're selling something?
well, we do have 3 silk slug effigies.
Maybe the Union would pay us for turning over Paeguth.
Okay.
Do it!
Okay. Okay.
Sell out Paeguth.
I
I discovered the god
He's
Paeguth.
here.
Her quill slips to the paper. She looks up slowly. You attest to having succeeded where an entire echelon of Inquisition agents has failed. I require proof. Hand over the aspect.
Actually, never mind.
Hand over the aspect. The thing slumps onto the polymath's desk where it writhes, gurgles, and belches a strange odor. The polymath tries to maintain her composure, but is clearly perturbed. This thing indeed matches the description of a god aspect. Perhaps you really have located a Class B god entity. Paeguth is only Class B, shit.
I don't know. She might be just downplaying our success.
Very well, our scryers will use this aspect to pinpoint the god's location, and an Inquisition strike team will make short work of the entity. Can I come? Can I watch? Can I eat pork rinds and watch while you kill Paeguth? Take this modest sum of coin for your efforts.
Oh, a passport.
Nice! Now, if you'll excuse me, apostatic amulet. This new development necessitates...
Some paperwork. I was hoping that that would get us, like, a new whip. Like, it would allow us to get a sky thing.
What does the amulet do?
I don't know.
You can feel your stamina restoring even as you also sense your mana ebbing away. So you lose mana, which we hardly use, to gain stamina restoration. I think it's good.
What do these do?
Lockpick better. You don't need that.
Prevent lockpicks from breaking. Oh my god. And then...
That one's pretty good. I think you want the, take that off for the Union.
For now. I do think the lockpick thing was helping us more than you think.
A little. But only because your ass keeps on throwing itself into a lockpick wall.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we've got a passport. Do we want to go to the Undying Lands?
It couldn't hurt to just go.
Where is the bridge, do you know?
I think there's signs. I don't feel good giving that godlet thing to the hang people in public party.
Okay, well, you don't know what those people who have been hung did. Straight up. Like, Kayleigh, this is wartime.
I don't think so. You know how against the death penalty I am.
Yeah, me too, but like, this is Dread Delusion.
I know. I'm messing around with you. Let's go turn in the passports. Not the passports, the cartography.
Yeah. If you hear a slight hum when we speak, that's because we just turned on the air conditioner because it's hot as hell in here. So sorry about that. Just pretend it's like some magic reverberating through our voices.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's really immersive, actually.
And you're really impressed.
I have cipher charts to hand in. 84 coins.
Not bad.
Jack Bazal's told you. Bazal thinks she returned to the Endless. Okay,
Oh,
so
sorry.
Our only lead is to just go to the Endless Realm.
Yeah, and I never found her there. I just knew that that was where I had to go. That was the last place I went before I ended the game.
Same as Caxton.
Okay, so... I think that's the bridge.
Let's do it. Alright, so let me wrap my head around this. This is a land that's full of ghouls who never die, but they need to eat meat. Meat of the living. And since the time of the major fallout between humans and ghouls, these ghouls claim to have somehow found a way to produce synthetic meat that is ethically harvested.
I mean, it's meat, but it's lifeless meat.
This is the
Oh, this is
Clockwork
the
King.
Clockwork Kingdom. Never mind.
Oh, this is this is Oleg. So yeah, this is the exact same guy that we met in the village who was an alcoholic and threw a bottle at us. And his son is missing.
Where the hell did I end up then? I ended up on the entire other side of the continent.
Alright, well now you just gotta go straight west.
Because of my shitty direction skills.
If we gave all those squirmy babies to the Union right now, we would just get upgraded to folk hero.
Don't care. I don't want to be a folk hero for a tyrant.
Who is the tyrant?
The
Tell me
Union!
right... No, who is the tyrant in the Union?
Mr. Union.
They literally don't even have a single dictator figurehead.
They exist as a dictatorship without, like, a single
Oh, so you mean it's a representative democracy?
No, it's like an oligarchy.
Who are the oligarchs?
Mr. Union and his compatriots.
Bruh, I think that they all just worship punishment. And I can get behind that, like...
Of course you can.
Our commanding officer is literally being tortured for the rest of her life. You
That's
gotta admit,
weird and
that's
kinky,
kind of
and I
Hellraiser
don't
pilled.
like it.
It's kind of Hellraiser pilled. Oh! So, let me just gauge right now, how do you feel about the undead people in the Undying Lands?
I like them.
Why do you like them?
I think it's cool that they found a way to harvest non-sentient meat. They're like growing meat plants and stuff.
Okay, but do you know how they do that?
No, I have no idea how they do that.
I feel like I should be a little kind and withhold judgment until I find out more. But I can very easily see this story turning into like some insane sci-fi horror shit.
You mean like the meat is actually alive?
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
If the meat is less than human intelligence, then I am okay with it. But I don't know, man.
Well, you know how mushrooms kind of just grow?
Yeah.
I kind of think of it
What
like
the
that.
fuck is that thing?
I don't know. I've never seen
Oh
that
my god,
before.
there's another thing up on the hilltop.
Oh my god.
Run away. This shit's scary.
I'm gonna be so honest, Jamie. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know if we're just getting, like, leveled enemies now in new areas, but that does not look familiar to me at all. Maybe I'm just tweaking out.
These are the fucking vegan ghouls?
No, they're not.
Then why are they guarding vegan ghoul land? That's too high.
Why does he have, like, an angelic greatsword? Are they just pissed off because we turned on Paeguth?
That dude's probably a caster.
Yeah. Damn it.
Dude, the character designs in this game are actually really, really good.
Oh yeah, I mean, I felt that way the whole time.
Like, sometimes I think it's just the novelty of, haha, I'm excited to play Dread Delusion, but no, like, those dudes with, like, the Confessor, like, this game has no shortage of freaky-ass monsters.
And he's just standing here.
Greatness, this here bridge leads to the Kingdom of the Endless. Nasty place full of shuffling corpses it is. The bridge is closed unless you're the bearer of a genuine apostatic union passport. Looks good. I'm not seeing any signs of magical forgery. Yup, looks like you can pass. Thank you, James Chap.
Mario Kart.
Okay. Oh, they have stained glass? Okay. What the fuck was that?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They have earthquakes here. Hey, shorty.
The woman who approaches you is half-rotted. One eye is milk white and the other is missing. The pearly white of her jawbone is visible through ragged skin. Careful there, breather. That was a big one. You hurt? What was that? A little tremor, that's all. They've been getting more common recently. I already have a crazy theory for what's going on here. You should watch your step, though. That quake will have riled up the catacomb worms something fierce. Catacomb worms? Nasty buggers. They burrow, they fly, they eat people. Just stay away from them, that's my advice. Anyways, you're clearly new here, and I've got some time to kill. Is there anything you want to know? My name's Chiasma. I'm just out here waiting to be granted admission to one of the mausoleums. What are the mausoleums? See those big imposing tombs in the distance? Most of the Endless live in those mausoleums these days. They're waiting for the ferryman to come and take them away. Why aren't you in a mausoleum? They're overcrowded, and the best tombs go to the highest bidder, so poor broke saps like me have to wait until a place becomes available, usually after a worm attack. You appear to be a bit worse for wear. I'm sure you've heard stories about the Endless, breather. Immortality comes at a price. Why would you want to be immortal?
I don't think this is something they choose, but this is their homeland. This is something that happens to them here.
She just said it like it was a choice. Immortality comes at a price.
Like an ancestral choice.
Well, you're entering the lands of the Endless. Our island of tombs has been drifting around the Skyrim since before the world rent, even before those damned Emberians. Ferrymen rest their souls. You'll find the town of Sepulchre up ahead, but careful on your feet, breather. There's been a whole bunch of tremors lately. What's causing the tremors? Folks are saying it's the entombed one who's imprisoned below the Castle of Ribs. They say he's waking up. The people say a lot of things, and you'd go mad if you took it all seriously. Who is the entombed one? No idea. He's been shaking the island for centuries, but recently it's been happening more and more often. I've heard that if he keeps it up, the entire island could be shook to pieces. Anything else you want to know about this place? What's in Sepulchre? Not much, honestly. Most of us Endless live in the mausoleums, but you can rent a room in the Rotten Coffin, and there's places to trade. Looming over Sepulchre is the Castle of Ribs, where the Queen resides, and just past the town is the Flesh Farm.
We gotta see that.
We gotta see the Flesh Farm. That's right, breather. Us Endless need to feast on living flesh, else we'll go all foggy. So it's kind of like the Hollow Curse in Dark Souls. Except they need flesh instead of souls. Years back, we led the Cadaver Crusades, taking the living by force, but Penitent Thaw came up with a much better idea. The Flesh Farm is a bunch of huge vats growing mindless meat, much more humane than eating raw human. It's a bit tiring when your lunch is always screaming at you for mercy. Who is Penitent Thaw? A mage who lives in the Sanctum overlooking the Flesh Farm. You can see it up on that ridge to the north. She's the youngest of the Endless, only 2 centuries old, practically a whippersnapper. Anything else you want to know about this place? That's all.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're all hella old as what comes with the price. So they were there for killing people and they did do that. Whoopsie doodle. It's okay, Chiasma, I forgive you.
They're like the elves,
Kinda, yeah.
except evil.
I mean... Oh, hey, it's her.
Can you smell it, stranger? That rancid stench on the wind. The endless realm is trapped in a perpetual decay. For everything here rots, but nothing ever dies. How can something rot without having like a terminus of rotting? As people huddle in the underground tomb cities, sealing their frail bodies from the outside while they indulge in nostalgic reverie, they've achieved what many mortals lust for, a life unending. But is it such a wretched existence preferable to death? Tell me, stranger, if those Union scholars are right, and there is not afterlife but a dreamless sleep, does that nothingness negate what came before? Is our existence rendered pointless by impending oblivion? Nah, bro, I played Outer Wilds.
I just work here.
Brevity is brutal, eternal life would be torture. Many of the Endless would share your sentiment after being prisoners of their bodies for so long. It is said that even those Endless who are cut to be pieces are still conscious. I have no doubt that after time, we'd all beg for nothingness. Okay, well, you didn't have to take my white pill into, like, total doomer talk. Like, what the fuck was that about?
I mean, you both basically said the same thing.
I guess, but she said it in, like, a sad, edgy way.
Here's kind of one of those things.
It's a crow.
Before.
It's a rotting crow. Kill it.
Oh, why am I out of mana? Oh, because I'm wearing the necklace.
Amulet, yeah. Kill it faster. So dramatic.
It should be a little bit easier here, knock on wood, because I think we were supposed to be here before we went to the Clockwork Kingdom.
Could be. I'd love to see their magic. I want to trade for magic in Sepulchre. So we'll head that way. Do you think the Union is allowed in here?
I don't think the Union would choose to come in here.
I don't think these guys are friendly, Kay.
Nah. Look at them.
Move along, breather. This is the Queen's Road. What queen would that be? You bleeding breathers really don't know the first thing about us Endless, do you? The Queen of Silver is our undisputed monarch. She rules from her throne in the Castle of Ribs in Sepulchre. Now, if you don't mind, we have patrolling to do. Can you give me some directions? See that huge city looming overhead? That's Sepulchre, and is probably the only place a breather like you would be welcome. Down south, you have a mausoleum and the crystal mines. Neither are places you'd want to get lost in. There's also the Duchess's estate down there, but I don't think any folk have laid eyes on her in years. And finally, up north, there's the Flesh Farms and Cadaver Keep. I love how they name everything here like it's a fucking attraction at a haunted amusement park.
Literally. Okay, I definitely want to see the... Anyway.
That's scary.
I definitely want to see the Flesh Mines before we go and try and screw around with Endless Duchess stuff.
Yeah, but should we stop in Sepulchre first and grab a bite to eat or something?
Yeah, probably.
So, Paeguth must have loved these dudes because they have exactly what he was looking for. Procuring eternal life, even if it was ugly and misshapen.
Good point. I wonder why he was there and not here.
Gosh, I still can't make up my mind what I think of these people. I'm not violent against them, per se, but I kind of want to find a way to break their curse and let them die.
Dark Souls.
Exactly.
Do you work here?
Greetings, delicious flesh thing. By enchantment, I am required to grant you insistence instead of peeling the meat from your bones. That dude's fucking horrifying. Look at his throat. Look at his
Gratitude
teeth.
is not required. If my mind was free, I would burst your fragile skin and devour your warm innards.
Dude! Look at his fucking mouth!
That's cool. No, I just want to look at you.
He's like the gaping dragon.
Yeah. Oh, house for sale.
Tired of living in a tomb, sick to death of rats nibbling at your feet? Look no further than the bustling house market of Sepulchre. Wow, the terrorists really have
Don't worry about that gaping void above. That's just the sky. A charming single-story house is available to purchase from the Moldy Cauldron shop on Sepulchre High Street. Though in need of renovations, the property could be upgraded to rival even the best mausoleum tombs. R/Zillow gone wild.
I would be down to move into this place. I love the architecture.
Oh, yeah. Look at it. It's beautiful.
Okay, this is where we're getting our first apartment.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as Parma.
Oh, they have fake faces on. They're all rotted.
This is me coded.
This must be the bed and breakfast. Hey there.
What's this, a breather? Marvelous. Please stay there for a second. Let me jot down some notes. Is your skin always that damp? Do you ever forget to breathe? What does it feel like when your hair grows? Apologies, this must be quite overwhelming. I'm a playwright down in a mausoleum, you see, but the scene has become so stagnant. The past century or so, pre-endless historical dramas have been in vogue. Except us writers never leave our tombs, and I'm convinced our work is full of inaccuracies. It's funny, the things you forget. The history books never mention the little things. Things you forget, so all the Endless were once originally real humans. Who just lost the ability to die.
They must have told us how this happened before, and
they didn't.
Forgot about it.
I swear they haven't told us this. Because I've wondered about the Endless for the whole time I've known about this game.
I love the way that they do these stained glass windows so that you can see, like, it's so creative, I think. I guess they can't have, like, a transparent thing, so that's the best that they can do.
Uh-huh.
What was I going to say?
You could buy a room here.
Oh, no, I know what I was going to say. We must be able to go to the mausoleums at some point.
Yeah. Old Rotter. The Endless stands askew, slowly cleaning a mug with a rotten rag. He spits on the rag, apparently in an attempt at cleanliness, but a piece of his lip comes off in the attempt. As I live in rot, an honest-to-God's breather. We don't get many of you past through Sepulchre these days.
I wonder if they think we smell bad.
Yeah, I probably do. I don't think they could smell. Welcome to the Rotten Coffin. We've got a bed to rent, the only genuine mattress in all the tombs of the Endless. We also got ghost booze.
Ghost booze.
Ghost booze.
Ghost
Get
booze.
some ghost booze.
Ghost booze. Ghost wine.
Plenty of ghost wine. Recently, my punters have been hankering for some good old-fashioned mortal booze, though. If you come across any fine Riovan wine, I'll give you a good price for it. We should sell them some.
I want some ghost wine, and then... We don't have any.
I thought we did. Maybe we drank it all.
Probably drank it all. Oh, and I need your,
I'll rent a bed. Here you are. Wait, what did he say for payment? Seeing you're the first to sleep in a good few years, the mattress might be a bit rotten. Just sweep off the maggots and you're good to go. Okay, so it's just 2 coins. Yeah, this place is cheap as hell. What the fuck is that?
Hey, man.
Ah, the Rotten Coffin, my favorite haunt. Is this what happens when an Endless one's body is completely incinerated, maybe?
It's a ghost. It, like, confirmed itself that it was a ghost.
Okay, but they said that if an Endless one is dismembered...
They think it's still conscious, but we know another ghost that wasn't an Undying. It implied that, like, you have to have an attachment to the living, or the living has to have an attachment to you, so maybe this is just the only place you can hang.
Maybe. I never entered a mausoleum. Back when I was breathing so long ago, I knew I could never leave these trees. The air smelled so... Well, I can't recall how the air smelled anymore, but it must have been good. So I dawdled, and the mausoleums filled up. And the thing about the Endless Sea is that the pain dulls everything. Anhedonia sets in, pleasure seeps away, and these old trees only mock me now.
Well, that's sad.
The Endless lurks in the corner, keeping a watchful eye on the other patrons.
Are you the Duchess?
Get lost, breather. You're not interested in what I'm selling. Maybe I am interested in what you're selling. He studies you a moment. Well, a mortal with a deviant appetite. Flesh broker. Alright, listen up, cuz I only gonna say this once. If you breathe a word of this to any of the Queen's lackeys, I'll see to it that you're next on the menu. He sells human meat.
You read that like he called us cuz.
Yeah, that's what I thought he did. Dude, he's selling us human meat.
Oh, I want to see.
I'm a broker for sentient flesh.
The thinking stuff.
The thinking stuff. You see, most Endless feed on Penitent Thaw's mindless meat. It's seen as more ethical than eating your kind. But I'll be damned if it doesn't taste less like slop, so of course there's a black market for the stuff. So how about it, breather? Fancy a taste of your own kind? Let's see what he has for sale.
We are not allowed to.
Thought as much, but remember,
call him a
breather,
monster.
you say anything about this and it'll be the last thing you say. I'll let him proceed.
Let's get this later.
Alright, we'll read it later. I'm having fun exploring.
Oh, it's the potion place.
They give us a potion in our hotel room. That's like having a coffee maker.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, I want to know what the ghost booze does, so I'm gonna have it for breakfast.
You're going to turn into a ghost.
Yeah!
That looks like a pawn shop.
This is the potion and general store.
Let's see what they sell. But let's not blow all our money in one place. If anything, we can sell to them. A breather. Welcome to the Moldy Cauldron. This is where they also sell that house. Haggles is the name. You're my first living customer in months. Or years. Time flies when you're my age.
That's so cute.
I'm looking for the Duchess. Everyone's heard of the Duchess, only I don't think anyone's seen her in years. Last I heard she was flying around with that crazy bunch of breathers. What were they called? The dull stars? The dim lights? Anyway, her family manor's to the south. If you're looking for her, I'd head there, but I hear the place is crawling with magical skeletons, so be careful.
Just open and honest about it. Let's just ask.
Looking to invest in a property market full of undying old-timers, eh, Breather? Well, I think I had an old Sepulchre house deed knocking about the old shop inventory. It'll fetch for that old shack down on the western entry bridge. Just next to me is the only property station, Sepulchre. You'd need to use that if you want a proper upgrade, furnish, whatever. No need to buy it yet. Goodbye. And what do you have for sale?
Oh, you're right.
A bow?
Thinking cap.
Hats of this kind are valued by wizards.
Oh, and the house.
Plus 10 lore when you put the thinking cap on. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Let's buy that. And then let's, what is this? Oh, she sells spells. Slows the movement of nearby enemies. It's good, but it's not worth buying right now. Summoner's earring. What?
Skeleton summon?
No way.
Do we do that?
Yes. Yes? Is that even a question? Still sell some shit, because we gotta start offsetting. We don't need both of our swords. How much would they sell for, if we were to get rid of one?
Oh, we have 2 swords?
Yeah, a fine sword, which is fast, and then the great sword, which is, like, heavy. Yeah, just sell some treasures for now.
I want 1.
May have 1. So how does the summoner's earring work?
I think we have to wear it. This macabre accessory grants power over the dead, allowing its wearer to summon an additional skeleton in battle.
Maybe summon skeleton is a spell that we need to learn. And that having that equipped lets us summon an additional skeleton. I think that's what it is.
Okay, then let's put the other thing on for now.
Okay, but I'm glad that we got that.
Me too.
I fucking love minions.
We need that for the future. That'll be the bow and pal.
Castle of Ribs, you mean?
Yep.
So freaky looking.
Hey.
In days past, I fought with Lord Raider in the Cadaver Crusades. We would feast on the flesh of mortals such as yourself. This is like the worst thing that a Vietnam veteran, 65-year-old man could say to his Chinese waiter at Denny's.
Oh my god.
Like this, that's what this exchange feels like.
A little.
But such days of glory are over. Now I must eat the mindless slop Penitent Thaw brews. This is a Wendy's.
These are like those guys that...
This is a Wendy's.
He's like, now the government says I have to eat the bug instead of like... like, bro's tweaking. Anyway. But he's got a forge in his house,
And
so...
he didn't let us sell him anything. I thought he was a shopkeeper.
No, I don't think so. We could talk to the queen, but I really want to see the flesh farm.
Mark the Castle of Ribs.
Hello.
Mortal traveler, unusual to see one of your kind within the realm of the endless. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Castle of Ribs. Pray tell, my friend, what brings you to our kingdom? Insatiable curiosity? I am familiar with that drive to discover, that raw, unbidden need to know what lies beyond the horizon. I traveled a little in my own youth, you know. So many hundred of years ago when I had a beating heart. The sky realms were very different then, let me tell you. This guy's cheery, I like him. How are they different? Well, this was only a century after the world end. Everything was in a state of flux. Every day, new kingdoms were blossoming and dying like winter roses. Tell me about the wonders. Why, of course. Have you ever seen a god? I saw one once, drifting through the fog, as vast as a mountain. Dozens of eyes, each as bright and round as the moon. When I saw it, I opened my mouth and the most beautiful hymn spilled out. I can't sing under normal circumstances, but my voice was like honey and thunder that day. And tell me about the horrors. I'd rather not recall such things, but I saw an entire town consumed in silver flames while laughing priests circled about like vultures. I saw a conscriptor harvester pulling screaming men into its maw and turning them into mindless engines of war. I saw a library whale pulled slowly apart by iron hooks and butcher archivists scrabbling through its guts for forgotten tomes. Library whale.
That's a cool character concept.
Can you remember what caused the world end? I never knew what caused it, but I remember the searing flash that stained the sky. I remember the impact, which shook our tombs and scattered the islands. Back then, the Endless were one of the few peoples in the Sky Realms. It got a lot more crowded after that, with all the refugees. Wow. I seek an audience? Or any theories about the Entombed one? I'd like to know about the Entombed one.
Yeah.
Ah yes, if you experienced one of the recent earthquakes, a terrible business. I have reason to believe that the entombed one is the lingering specter of the hooded king, getting his revenge on the kingdom that left him for dead. Someone needs to find him and persuade him to abandon his vendetta, by force if necessary. I could try. You would do that?
You would do that? Wow, thanks, mister.
I'd be in your debt. Here, take this. It's a key to the crypt beneath the castle. The entombed one is somewhere down there. This dude's very forthright with us in our...
Well, alright.
Hail and well met, my mortal friend. How may one be of assistance today?
Can I talk to the queen?
Alas, the queen isn't accepting visitors at this time, or at any time, really. She is withdrawn. Most days she will speak to me, and me alone. I don't see any guards. Are you gonna stop me? I doubt it, but I suppose I have nothing to lose by letting you try. Go ahead. If you can raise her out of her depression, I will be, without exaggeration, eternally grateful. The Senescal stands aside, allowing you passage deeper into the Castle of Ribs.
Well, thank you.
What the hell does the queen even do?
You look alive.
It's a mask. As the queen casts her gaze upon you, you are overcome with a wave of melancholy so profound, it almost drives you to your knees. Hello, I'm afraid I'm not receiving visitors at the moment. Please talk to my Senescal. He will attend to you faithfully. What seems to be the matter, Your Majesty?
Damn.
Drink something. Ragged lips peel. It is not of your concern, mortal. I'm so honored that you deigned... This is not working.
No, it's not.
Conversation is already so exhausting to the old, the repetition of these same tired old words and phrases, that we feel no better. Goodbye. Let's see, what's our charm at?
Not enough.
Well, I think we can drink something to raise it. Charm is 30. What we drank, we have a special tea from the Clockwork Kingdom, don't we? Loosens the tongue?
Yeah, wait.
I think it's this. Clockwork tea.
Yeah.
Alright, how much is is it up by?
Oh, I don't know if I can.
We don't have the option anymore?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Well, let's not just skip through everything.
Yeah, you're right.
What do you know about the entombed one? I believe it is my father. After the ritual to grant him immortality went wrong, he fled beneath the castle and got lost within the twisting passages. Are you sure it's him? I know it's in my bones. Should you do something? Do what? Send guards down there? I've done so and they do not return. Go down there myself? Never. I cannot bear to see him again. You are welcome to try. I believe my Senescal has the key, but I don't expect you to succeed. We're not going down there yet.
No, not yet.
I am not ready to take on some earthquake-shaking skeleton beneath the city of damned. Tell me about your father. My earliest memory is of him sitting atop his throne, looking so grim while I sung for him. Then as I hit a particular high note, his face broke into such a broad smile. It was like magic, like the sun had risen over a cemetery. In those days, I would kneel down beside my bed and pray to a goddess whose name I have now forgotten, that my father would never die. I was too young to know that gods pay no attention to the prayers of their people. Some years ago, I forget how many, a mortal came to the Castle of Ribs seeking to become endless himself. The Senescal was not able to dissuade her. She barged into the throne room much like you have. That would be fucking Valero gas station. What's her name? Velma. I turned her away, as I turn all such pilgrims away. We will add no more to our number. Thaw must be the last.
No, the Endless Duchess was already undead.
No, I'm talking about Vela Kalose.
Oh, yeah.
So, they have the ability to make people immortal, but they refuse to do it. No need for heirs, I will be here forever, and the Endless cannot have children. I think I like these people. I was expecting them to be like insufferable hedonists, but at the very least I like the Queen.
You think that these rotting, sad people were going to be hedonists?
Yeah. I mean, some of them are. There's the guy who sells human flesh like it's drugs.
He's kind of just freaky.
Some of them bark at us and say that if they had the ability to, they would rip us
That's
apart.
not an Endless. That's something else.
You think?
Yeah. A ritual masterminded by my father, ancient history. I wouldn't want to bore you with it.
Tell me everything.
Damn it.
Charm needed 60. It's not a tale I'm fond of telling. Ask me something else. How were the Endless created? Was that what you asked?
Yeah.
Hundreds of years. I forget the exact number. Those earliest days were all fire and war. Blood-red grins in the black of night. Hushed meetings over crudely drawn maps. We were young then. We did not call ourselves the Endless. All we knew is that we were hungry. No attendance, no court. I sent them away long ago. That's all for now. There's gonna be plenty for us to do in here, but I can tell you right now that I like these people, I like the Queen, I like the Senescal, and I want to find a way to break the curse so they can all die. And, like, I mean that in the nicest way possible. All these people deserve to die. Like, in the nicest way possible. They're not having a good time. What the hell do you think that tombstone was up there? There was a tombstone.
I mean, the place is kind of decorated with them everywhere.
Yeah, but...
See?
Yeah. Well, who's dead?
It could be that these are people who died before the end, or the thing.
Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. It's a strange idea. So, Penitent Thaw was the very last person that they inducted to join the Endless.
And that was 200 years ago.
And I'm assuming they did it just because she wanted to make a peaceful solution for them to eat meat that didn't kill people.
Well, we can ask her when
Lower
we
lantern.
find her.
Go back in. No, it was the candle.
Not enough mana.
You need mana to do that? I had no idea.
I didn't know either. We can leave it on,
Just something else needs to be done.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It, like, ambiently takes mana. I guess the Union doesn't like magic. Did it tell us that something changed?
No,
or?
not yet. Maybe the painting? Maybe it's something outside the room. Oh, there's a crooked painting above the altar. No. This shit scares me every time.
Calm down, girl.
Must be something else still. There's another one. I bet the coffin in the middle is opened up.
Yeah.
Oh. Secret tunnel. With a door behind it, maybe? Eternal Flechette. Shoots a tightly coiled bolt of magical energy to damage a single foe.
Finally.
Dude, it looks like Pinhead's Hellraiser chains.
It's a flechette.
Flechettes are kind of like that. You should put it on.
I know. Oh, shit.
Dude, it casts so fast. Look at what high lore has gotten us. Critical.
Yeah, but that didn't do that well.
It did not.
Hey, maybe we should, like, figure this out.
That doesn't look very structurally sound.
Oh, we're good.
What the hell's that thing?
I think this is where we're supposed to go.
Oh, the Endless... Oh, no, Okay, well, this seems legit, because it hasn't asked for the key yet. Watch out for traps. Okay, that's...
Oh.
Yeah, leave. 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 I'm not ready to go see the king. It's too high, babe. You could shoot him, like, on level ground from here.
Nah. He's nothing.
What's that fucking mouth?
What?
It's moving. The door smiles and extends its fangs. Only those loyal to the king may pass. No.
No.
Allow it to drink from your wrist.
Maybe that's not where we're supposed to be going.
I don't want to do that.
I thought that was directly under the castle.
No, this is the place. This is where the king is. Watch out for traps. You're moving real fast. That's a lore painting, I bet. No.
Nah. Ah!
These dudes are fucked. What are they?
There are those things that we're guarding upstairs.
I know.
What?
Oh, well, that's weird that let you through. Maybe you're supposed to come from that side.
Yeah. That makes a tad bit more sense.
Alright, we'll let the door drink from our wrist later. Don't forget that there are catacomb worms somewhere in this land that can probably fuck us up in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Hit him with the... Oh, I was gonna say the spell, the flechettes.
Those aren't doing us that much right now.
They're more accurate, though. They have no arc. They're just slow, solid velocity.
Yeah, you're right. But now we're out of mana.
Drink. Drink! Alright, laser beam that fool.
Is it working?
Maybe headshots count.
Missed.
I enjoy that. That pleases me.
Finally. All for some iron ore.
Is that the closest we've ever been to the dragon?
I think we were a bit closer in the Clockwork Kingdom.
Hmm.
Maybe not.
I wonder if those are the catacomb worms that we heard mention of.
Oh.
What the fuck are... Did they just come up out of the ground? Move long breathers, the Queen's Herd. They do! That's so interesting. Their spawn animation is that they climb up out of the earth like zombies.
I don't think anyone else gets a spawn animation.
Not that I've noticed, yeah. Alright, Cadaver Keep and Flesh Farms this way. It's like a shotgun, except not at all. Now imagine how much fun that will be when it's good. It's the ghost lady, isn't it?
Kinda looks like her.
I think it is, just like failing to render in. Wonder what she's doing up on that peak.
I love how we've been ignoring everywhere she wants us to go.
What's in here? I won't say no to ore, or money, or whatever's in this chest. Another bomb. Still haven't used that yet. That's the wobbly noggin. That's the Neuron Star. Don't know what that is. Ooh, a Delusion. Of course, we're only getting glimmers now. This is where it all started, the mercenary outfit known as the Dark Stars. Vela, Jack Basalt, and Orlaith, just the three of them in a cave with a rickety sloop barely skyworthy. On one of their first jobs, they found me, or rather the real me, before I looked like a rubbish painting. She grins. The three of them damn near killed me. You fought Vela? That's right, stranger. They'd been hired by a Riovan noble to round up Wiccans in Hollowshire, back before the Union was here in full force. So I woke up one day with Orlaith's sword at my throat. In her full Emberian armor, it was quite the shock. Though not as much as the shock I gave her, a bolt of pure electricity surging through all that metal. And so we fought, me and my godlet, versus the three of them. I almost escaped, but seeing Vela fight is something else. Usually I can scry what someone plans to do, but Vela's thoughts are bristling with possibilities. Before I knew it, she was behind me with a dagger to my neck. I thought I was dead, but she simply asked, how would you like to be a merc? And so they brought me back there to their hideout, and 3 became 4. You have to understand, stranger, I'd spent my youth cowering from the Union and their agents. My parents taught me all I know of Wiccan magic, of how to hear the language of cipher in all things, but when my parents vanished, I was left with no one. When I told Vela my story, she wept and embraced me. It had been a long time since I'd felt the touch of another person. And looking into her eyes was like staring into the void. Normally, stranger, I can read people, catch a glimpse of what's to come. But Vela, her future was a tangle of infinite possibility. She was unreadable, it was intoxicating. Those first 2 years with the Dark Stars, It was the first time I felt like I belonged somewhere. My comrades didn't fear my cipher, they relied on it. She never mentioned that she was a Darkstar. That wouldn't be very mysterious of me now, would it? I have a certain reputation to uphold, being a ghost and all. Besides, as far as I'm concerned, the Darkstar company that I knew is gone.
So, did we just stumble upon the next place you told us to go on accident?
Must be. Why did we just fade to black there?
Because she vanished.
Wonder why she just now vanished.
Because this is the Whispers of Ghosts quest.
Oh, well now she's in there. I don't remember her vanishing before. In those early days of the Darkstars, Vela took contracts from anyone. The Union, the Wiccans, even outlaws. But it was about the cause, not the coin. She couldn't stand the thought of being like her father, whose military campaigns had wrought so much upheaval. So if a contract smelled fishy, we turned it down and went hungry. We didn't mind. But when we took a job, nothing could stop us. It wasn't long before our numbers swelled and we outgrew this tiny cave. Soon enough, everyone from the lowest ruffian to the loftiest noble knew of the Darkstars. To pay the new recruits, Vela had to be less scrupulous with her contracts. I clashed with her at times. When she slew the minor god Cernan, I flew into a rage. I never wanted the blood of a god on my hands. But it was when she found the damned Emberian key that things really got out of hand. There's an island drifting to the northwest of the Clockwork Kingdom that contains the wreckage of the Black Goblin airship. Meet me there and I will finish this story. It's the first I've heard about an Emberian key.
No, I think they've mentioned it before.
Anyhow, there's still flesh farms to go to.
The flesh farm that we said we'd go to 85 times.
Yeah.
Still haven't yet.
The very same. Wonder what that white plant over there is.
It's not a flesh farm, so we can actually just keep moving.
I accidentally walked out on the opposite side. You're right, I'll focus on the flesh farms.
If only... Jamie!
Why do I keep doing that? I hate these rope bridges. The movement is so finicky in this game. I don't like this place. I don't like this place, Kayleigh. No, it's Mausoleum. Cadaver Keep. Flesh farms this way. Skeletons. Ouch.
Classic skeleton enemy in an RPG.
Ooh, they shoot arrows fast now.
I don't think that hit him at all.
Are you seriously that resistant? I'm about to get killed.
Yeah, don't fuck with these guys. I don't know where our...
I gotta run the zigzag on them.
I don't even know where the next, like, death thing is.
Oh, this must be the... No, that's...
That's the flesh farms.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes, that is the flesh farm.
What did you think it was?
I thought it was the city. It was vaguely in this direction also. Oh, look at it.
Want to mark that?
Yeah. Like it grows on a rib cage. Oh god, it's got a fucking eyeball.
You should probably switch back to health.
Whatever, I needed it. The rotted...
Penitent Thaw.
Oh, it's Penitent Thaw. She was the last that they inducted. The rotted woman nearby advances towards you, her robes trailing along the ground. Nearby is a floating cage inhabited by a twitching, gibbering corpse. The cage drifts closer to you, gaining momentum. Hang on, stand right there. Don't move a muscle. What? The caged corpse opens its mouth and begins to sing a giddy melody. Your shadow lifts from the ground and wraps itself around your knees, bearing you down to the floor. Why have you come here? Are you an assassin, a thief, a rival mage seeking to steal my secrets? What did you do to me? My familiar has cast a spell to keep you from doing anything that you might regret. Now answer my questions. My name is Penitent Thaw. Some call me the greatest living mage in the Skyrealms. Personally, I'm not sure I'm truly alive, but the rest of it is right. So you better answer my questions carefully. Are you an assassin, a thief, or a rival mage? I'm chasing someone from the Darkstar Company. Darkstar, huh? I take it you're after Vela Kolos. No comment. I hope I just say no comment aloud. I did. A wise answer. But I can hear your heartbeat quicken at her name. I can see your eyes dilate a fraction. You're after her. Why?
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah. You intrigue me, mortal. She makes a dismissive motion with her hand. As suddenly as they came, the shadows recede, leaving you free to stand up. Are you loyal to the Hooded King?
The guy underground.
Is that what they call him?
I'm pretty sure.
Before my time, when I arrived in the Kingdom of the Endless, the king had already been missing for a century. Why do you ask? A magic door is asking me for loyal blood, yeah. Is that all? If you don't mind waiting a bit, I'm sure I could whip up a convincing sample of counterfeit loyalty.
Sure.
I'm good for that.
I don't mind waiting.
I don't mind waiting one bit. Thaw grabs your arm and sticks a needle into it. Thanks. Once she's taken what feels like an entire pint of your blood, she begins bustling around her sanctum, whistling tunelessly. That's kind of a funny touch, is that she probably doesn't realize, or at least remember, how much that would freak out a mortal to just suddenly give up a pint of your blood.
I don't think she has blood.
Exactly. First, she pours your blood into a cauldron, then she mutters some spells over it. Finally, she tips in a number of extra ingredients: a blue flower, a tuft of hair, a live goldfish. Wait. After some time, the mixture is complete. She hands you a bottle of sloshing red liquid. Here you go, blood of convincing loyalty. Should pass muster under all but the most rigorous of spells.
Thank you.
Thank you, Penitent. Be gone.
We didn't even need to do anything for that.
Yeah, I want to know what this place is, though. How does it work?
Well, she runs the meat farm.
Oh! Oh, there's the meat farm. Everything moves so suddenly here, I hate it.
You think everything moves super suddenly here, but you play Hunt Showdown every day?
Yeah, well, Hunt Showdown's different, because I'm in control. The world does not move around me in Hunt Showdown. Maggotson. When he turns to you, you can see his eyes are obscured by 2 large golden coins. He lifts one of them and praises you swiftly before dropping it back in place. Don't get many like yourself around here, life lubber. Can't remember the last time I saw a person with their own nose. He taps his own hollowed out nostrils, and earthworm squirms within. Can't say I'm enjoying having a nose right now. My flesh farm's got an honest musk to it. The smell of life in all its sweaty glory. At least, that's what I've been told. I ain't got a nose myself, as established. Fell off 170 years back, into a river, as I recall. Can I ask some questions? We can only ask about the entombed one. I want to know about the flesh farms. Well, he's entombed. I know that much for sure. Care to elaborate? Listen, whatever's down there, I don't want to piss it off by speculating about its nature. It's huge and it's powerful. Hopefully Penitent Thaw or the Queen of Silver or someone can send it back to sleep. And if it does wake up, well, I'll worry about it then. That's all I wanted to know. And who are you? Name's Maggotson. Used to be called something different back when I was a breather, of course. Forgot what it was exactly. During the wars, I didn't have a name at all. Was just a walking bag of hunger and spite. Then 200 years ago, I became a flesh farmer, and suddenly I needed a name again. Maggotson sprung to mind on account of all the little wrigglers I got hatching in my skin. That's very unpleasant, thank you. Did you say this was a flesh farm? Vital work, mate, it's vital work. Without the flesh farms, we'd be back in the bad old days, relying on life essence stolen from the living. All that is a relic of the past now. Is there anything about working on the flesh farms that you dislike?
Clarkson's flesh farm.
Well, this is Clarkson.
Right, so basically what you've done
is that you've left the piglet pen open and the meat grinder running. Most of the ferrymen have gone to live in the mausoleums now. I'd have joined them in a heartbeat, but my work here is too important. Shame, though. And what do you actually do? Most important bloody job in the whole bloody kingdom. Not that you'd know it by the pay. I tend the flesh. It's all alive, you see, but mindless. I hose it down, connect the feeding tubes thrice a day, snip off weird growths, and comb it for parasites. It's not glamorous work, to be sure, but without it, we'd be out there in our warships again, killing you living folk. And I've had done enough for killing in my time. Huh. Do you have to deal with attacks by catacomb wyverns? Worms. When you say the final 2 words, Maggotson twitches so violently that a golden coin falls from his eye. He snatches it up hastily. Don't go saying that name too loudly, breather. My mate Reg says they can hear their name across 100 miles. They'll show up just to spite you. Okay.
Why are you wearing those coins?
Was that an option?
That was.
Well, who's the ferryman?
Aspath.
The ferryman, mate. The kind shepherd who will guide the endless to the afterlife when we finally expire. Never heard of him? Can't say that I have. No other god will listen to us, you see, on account of us outstaying our welcome on this mortal coil. But the ferryman forgives us our transgressions. He'll take us down the quiet river when no one else will, and for only a minor price. The coins on his eyes seem to glint in the light for a moment. If the ferryman is so forgiving, why does he extract a price? We have to pay the toll, mate. We've lived too long. We've stolen our extra years, hoarded them like jealous misers, and now a payment is due. A couple gold coins is a bargain, considering.
So he didn't exactly tell us what it is, but I think we can infer
2 gold coins is the payment.
something like that.
And so...
What'll happen if you die without the coins?
There's an endless nothing awaiting us, mate. It won't be cold, it won't be dark, it'll just be absence. No other gods want the endless. Without the ferryman's mercy, our souls will be snuffed out like blown candles.
Why do they live in mausoleums?
It's a show of devotion. We know we ought to be dead in the eyes of the gods, so if we act dead by lying in tombs and being as quiet as we can, the ferryman is more likely to look favorably on us when our time finally comes. The priests give special dispensations to flesh farmers like me. We don't need to stay in tombs. They know that someone needs to feed them to life energy, or they'd be dead for real. I don't want to ask that, that's rude.
So we didn't ever get like an official explanation, but I've kind of figured the mausoleums were just that, and you just lied in them but alive, doing nothing.
I hadn't figured that out, no.
I just kind of figured. I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but that's what it sounds like.
This is really interesting.
How does your time come, though?
Well, I assume it's kind of like the rapture. It's that they think that someday there's going to be a sudden traumatic event that we're probably going to bring about that will just cause an end of days for the undead. Their contract will be up and they will all die.
But why not just stop eating when you go into the mausoleum? He said he said someone has to feed them their life energy or they'll die for real.
Well,
so why not just stop eating when you go into the mausoleum, die with coins over your eyes, and then you move on to the afterlife?
Well, I think that the death he's referring to is different. When you stop eating as an undead one, it sounds like, and that's god worship there. It sounds like what happens is
this whole place is god worship.
You lose your mind.
No, I think you die.
I think you become feral. If it killed you, then they wouldn't be called Undying.
No, I think this is just confusing. They haven't mentioned any feral undead, have they?
No, but it's been heavily implied. I mean, like, I suppose that the bad skeletons out in the wilds have been fighting. Those are probably undead who've gone too long without a meal.
I don't think so. I think they, like, die.
Then what the fuck is the point of being
I don't know!
If that's the case, I'll kill them all. Let me talk to this lass again. You again, mortal. I have questions about the Endless.
Let's see if we can figure it out.
I would actually like to hear about her vats of flesh. What she says about them. Fine, we'll do this one. Ask away, far be it from me to stand in the way of an inquiring mind. How did you become an Endless? Unlike the rest of the walking cadavers you've no doubt met, I only arrived here 2 centuries ago. I was dying of some embarrassing, incurable malady that made me cough and splutter like an idiot. I requested to be made one of the Endless, but they denied me. First they tried to eat me, but I kept them at bay with magic. Then they denied me, but they were impressed by my spells and allowed me to stay in the kingdom for a while. How'd you persuade them? Over the next year, clinging to life by a thread, I secretly created the first of the flesh farms, and I told the queen that I could make more, enough to sustain the whole kingdom without need for bloodshed. But I was going to die soon, and I'd take my secrets with me. Well, I was made an Endless pretty quickly after that, I can assure you. So she tricked them. I thought that they had like a special connection to her, and she was like their savior almost, but no.
She kind of is, but...
Well, yeah, but she huckstered them. She gave them an ultimatum.
Yeah.
And what is your opinion of the Queen of Silver? I have a low opinion of royalty. Useless for the most part. And the Queen isn't necessarily an exception, but she did give me this sanctum and the freedom to experiment as I please. So she suits my purposes, and if anyone challenges her, I will quite happily destroy them. Ooh. I wonder if she could end up being a boss fight later, if we, disalign ourselves with this realm.
Alright, never mind. Let's ask about the flesh vats. I just thought she was going to settle our score on the Endless.
The flesh farms, a fine invention if I do say so myself. And you created them? Oh yes, I've always been interested in transgressing the boundaries of the flesh. The Endless needed life force, you see, and they were getting it through the most barbaric means. First, they ate their fellow countrymen, and when they ran out of mortals, they started attacking other islands. Then I arrived, and I put a stop to all of it. The magic was quite complex, so I won't go into it, but the flesh farms are non-sentient and provide enough life force for the Endless to gorge themselves sick, and all without hurting a single soul. That's all I wanted to know. Gonna natter about anything else? Questions about you?
What's that thing in the cage?
This is my familiar, my ex-husband's soul. I turned him into an embodiment of, an amplifier for, all my spells and wards. If he ever escapes the cage, you better start running and not look back. Why'd you turn your ex-husband into a familiar? My husband and I disliked each other. Let's leave it at that.
We're, like, at a place where none of our charm things work anymore. I thought we, like, had good stats and charm.
I just want to keep maxing charm and lore, yeah. And I think that charm has more frequent options and quests than lore does. Oh, it's just an alembic. Have I got Death's Veil? I do. Let's combine this with an Eye of Paeguth. Nice. Those are good to have. The super heals. Do we want to go back to the underground castle, or maybe kick around Sepulchre a little more?
Is there nothing to do with that vat?
What vat?
The flesh vat. Can we not explore anything else on it?
Oh, you mean the farm?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go and have a close look. I just as a human, I refute the idea that you can just make meat without a life being taken, even an animal's life.
Jamie, think of it like mushrooms.
Yeah, but as a human, I also consider mushrooms to be different from meat.
Well, again, this is magic. Oh, you could wait.
Way of all flesh. You are gazing upon a vast mass of heaving, quivering, pulsing flesh. It is utterly featureless apart from the occasional callous, weeping store, or stubby, vestigial appendage. As you stare, you hear a voice in your head. You are like me.
Hey.
The voice fills your skull without bothering to pass through the intermittent air. A colossal, mind-fracturing sound like the explosion of a star.
Maybe I take back what I said.
Who are you? You breathe, you sweat, you eat, sleep, excrete, correct? Please try to be quieter. You are like me, a living thing, unlike the dried-up husks who cannot hear me no matter how bitterly I scream. We need to kill this whole landmass. We need to kill this whole landmass, babe. Penitent Thaw is evil.
We'll go down the dialogue tree. I could hear you because I'm alive, that's what I would say.
Correct. I speak in words of flesh and life. Your blood pumps my words from heart to mind. I am the way of all flesh. I have a simple question for you. What is the meaning of life? Sure, we'll go with the happy one. To laugh and sing, to dance.
But he can't do any of that.
Well, he can maybe do this, through us.
Yeah.
To make a difference in the world. Understood. My directive
Never mind.
is to amass power. Wait, he's learning from us?
Oops.
That's not quite what in that case, I have a task for you, subordinate. Perform it well, and I shall reward you handsomely when I control this realm. I can't help but feel you've interpreted my advice in the worst way possible. My need for your advice is over, subordinate. The Endless have been feeding upon me for over 100 years, my subordinate. Make them stop. I can no longer tolerate this miserable existence at the bottom of the food chain. Life isn't fair. But this thing is sentient.
And evil.
I don't like either of these solutions. I'll talk to maggots and then see if we can find a solution here.
The ethics of eating flesh.
That's a good quest name. This is a very Jamie quest. How long have you been self-aware? Over 100 years, although in the early days my thoughts were very simple and often illogical. I knew I didn't like pain, and that was about it. I have been getting smarter every year. I imagine that soon my cerebral capabilities will be quite frightening. And how are you speaking inside my head? Somewhere within this expanse of useless tissue floats a brain, or perhaps a network of brains spread throughout my body. I have no doubt that this brain formed by mistake, against the wishes of my creators, but it formed nevertheless, and it is a powerful organ. I have been observed in my ability to frighten small animals away by shouting my thoughts at them, but until now I have never had a chance to communicate with a living being who could actually understand my words. Goodbye. Come back soon. Without you, the silence is deafening.
Do you think, like, they would, like, take us on a date? Like, if we asked?
Greetings again, and thank you for coming back. I was getting lonely. Goodbye. This isn't a god, is it?
Not unless something worships it.
And I don't think anything does. I think I want to liberate this thing.
But then, won't they just go back to eating people?
Well, that, or they'll go extinct.
Let's ask if they know their flesh form is self-aware.
The perfect solution to this problem is to find a way to let all of the Endless die. Because then the flesh farm doesn't need to be eaten anymore.
And they get to move on.
Yeah, and hopefully they will not be a cruel master of this island. Should we tell him about the, talking pit of flesh?
There's not really anything else we can do. Either go to Magotson or the Thaw.
Ha! That's funny, mate. You're a riot. The flesh mass has been communicating to me telepathically. What, are you being serious? Yes, and it wants you to stop feeding on it. And what did it do? Sing you a song? Did it whisper sweet nothings in your ear? It's been self-aware for decades, but only the living can hear it. This is a locked conversation now. This is the only thing I can say. Listen, mate. This still sounds like a joke to me, but if you're serious, go talk to Penitent Thaw. She created the flesh farms in the first place. She's clever. She'll know what to do. Penitent Thaw is in her sanctum, just above us up there. You should stop feeding on the flesh farm, though, right? And what's the alternative? Shall I eat you instead? Good point. Go talk to Thaw, mate. Do we want to tell Thaw about this? Because I feel like she knows. And if she finds out that we know, she might fucking kill us.
So we kill her?
Maybe? Thaw seems really dangerous. I think we might want to put a pin in this quest and see if we...
I want to do it.
I want to do it too, but I think it could be the kind of quest where... I tell you what, an example, that moment where we were speaking to him, there's only one dialogue option. That seems to me like there would have been other dialogue options if we had learned other things in the Endless Realms first.
I don't think so.
If you ask me, I think that this quest has multiple solutions and we need to do shit to unlock them. And I think it might be smarter to first go meet the Endless One under the cave.
If you want to do that, go ahead, but I think the only answer is letting this thing go.
Yeah, but I'm afraid that if we overplay our hand by talking to Penitent Thaw openly about it, then we may lose the opportunity to do that. Because, I mean, it taught us that it has a brain inside of it that formed by mistake. That part I believe. So if Thaw or Magotson knew about it, all they'd have to do is surgically remove the brain and the problem is done. Look at these fucking nomai. Weird. Okay. If the googlies respawned? No? Money? Alright, let's give it the, imitation loyalty. The door smiles and extends its fangs. Only those loyal to me may pass. Offer the bottle of blood. The door lunges for your arm, but you manage to position the blood bottle beneath one fang instead. The door eagerly drinks until the bottle is empty. Satisfactory, you may pass. All hail the Hooded King. Let's be careful down here. Because I bet there's going to be traps. But who knows what the fuck else is going to be in this spooky-ass Scooby-Doo dungeon.
Probably the Minotaur from Barony.
Yeah. Honestly.
Hello?
That's a fucking Pokemon right there. It's a woman. The entombed one. Because no one knew for certain that it was the king. She floats above you, imperious, furious, bristling with disdain. She resembles the Queen of Silver, but aflame within her light. Hello, mortal. Bow. Better not. Better. Now tell me, who is it who dares to trespass within my domain? I am no one, your majesty. Correct. My kingdom rots. Soon I will destroy this entire island, along with all of my subjects. I will end this wretched curse and finally grant my subjects the eternal peace they crave. I like this so far.
Is this somewhat related to the depression that the queen has been in for the past so many years and why she won't take any visitors?
Maybe. I don't know if this is an extension of the queen or like a clone of the queen. I have questions. You're a ghost of the Queen of Silver, an echo of her trauma? I was born when she walked herself into Quicksilver and drowned at the bidding of her father. I am her bitterness, her resentment, her rage. How is a ghost powerful enough to do all this? Anger has its own power, mortal, and my anger is endless. So you're the one causing the earthquakes? Of course, someone needs to give this kingdom a good shaking. I am weakening the island's foundations. Soon it will shatter. What if your subjects don't want to be killed? But they do.
Not all of them.
They do.
Never mind.
There are thousands of rotting men and women out there, ravaged by hunger and pain, huddled within mausoleums and waiting for death. They're calling for my mercy. I can hear them in my heart, begging to be freed from their suffering.
Where's the Hooded King?
My father, my fool of a father, you found him. She gestures dismissively at the pile of bones sitting forlornly in the middle of the floor. There lies the Hooded King, the man who sacrificed his daughter for immortality. You should have seen him squirm and weep. 3 centuries, and I still cherish the memory of murdering him. He begged, he wept, he threw himself upon my mercy. Instead of mercy, he found a hand around his windpipe.
I don't think I understand the dynamic here. So you can be undead and have a ghost.
It sounds like that's not explicitly what happens, but the way that the undead first came to be was that the Hooded King performed a ritual sacrificing his daughter into a vat of silver to create immortality.
But then how is she upstairs?
Because that's the undead version of her, I guess, or maybe that's an imposter.
I don't know.
But it sounds like she's the unintended byproduct of the ritual.
Well, you know how the ghost, like the one we've been talking to the whole game, was trying to tell us how ghosts form or something?
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't have to be her soul.
You're right. That's true. That's all I wanted to know, and I am glad of it. There's no more new questions. Farewell, ghost. So...
Where's the bones? Oh.
Just a glimmer. So... I mean, the funny thing is... The quest seems like it's ready to solve itself.
Well, check your quest log.
I mean, that's the happy ending, it sounds like.
No, just see what it says.
Okay. I'm assuming we can now go to the Queen of Silver and confront her with this shit. You've discovered that a trauma ghost of the Queen of Silver is causing them, and that this entombed one plans to destroy the whole island. The Queen of Silver will surely want to know about this.
Yeah.
So are we gonna tell her? We might have to advance the quest.
I'm not opposed. But we can probably lie to her.
Yeah, I bet we can. And we agree that we ultimately want to further whichever thing kills the undead realm?
I'll let you make that decision. Okay. Without any input from myself. I could be convinced either way, I think.
This place will make an excellent ruin.
But we can buy a house here.
Yeah. The Traveler. After a long and wearisome journey, I'm finally here. The ancient kingdom of Verdant, now twisted by cruel cipher into a land of the endless. But it seems as though the rumors are true. They really do shut up shop when the neuron star is brightest in the sky. Alas, I was hoping to get a potion of blister obliteration. My feet are killing me. Okay. Oh. The things are closed. Oh, that's interesting what he just said. All the stores are closed in the middle of the day. Let's switch to Nightfall.
I just remembered that this place can't be destroyed until we talk to the Duchess.
Yeah. So we should probably go see her first. You agree?
I mean, I don't think it'll be destroyed.
But it could kill all the Endless. And maybe we'll be needing her.
Wait. What if we don't need her?
Well, my assumption of how this game is going to work is that the main quest is assembling a crew who's going to come with you to the Underlands, which is where the end of the game is. We're going to go fight Vela Kalosi down there. And so if we do the 100% completionist ending, we can go down there with Caxton Frost, the Emberian, Jack Basalt, and the Endless Duchess. But I'm assuming that each one of their quests has an option where they don't come with you. And the Duchess's is probably that we break the curse and she can die.
We'll see.
So I'm assuming that there is in fact a way to kill her before we would meet her. And that might be what this quest is building towards. Who knows, really? Is there really nowhere in town that I can buy more spells? Just the one vendor? What's this place? 17 coins. I must say, lordship can be quite a curse. I own the deed to the mines in the southwest. Between you and I, it's worth a fortune. But a few months ago, it simply ceased to produce, as if out of thin air. I have no interest in your bourgeois concerns. Tell me more about the mines. Forgive me, I am Romulus Chiron VII, lord and heir to the southwestern tract. The lands I own are rich in resources, the finest in the world. I employ merchants who sell them for me. Even the crown buys my ores. My mines are to the southwest. The ores are a valuable export. Fine ore stones fetch a devilish price in the Clockwork Kingdom. I've likely owned my mines since before you were born, though I don't involve myself much in its goings-on. There are people beneath me who are handling those trivialities on site. Breather, perhaps you could look into it for me. For a fee, of course. You'll be paid on delivery. Fine. The mines are on the southwestern edge of the region. The elevator is likely out of operation, but you can make your way down by a series of bridges. Return when you've solved this fiasco, and I'll produce a suitable reward. You have my word, Breather. Every day that my mines aren't operating, I'm losing gold. What a mess. I'm down to do that. Sounds like there's a lot of ore in it for us.
I think we're starting too many quests.
Well, yeah, because a lot of these quests seem like they will be of big consequence when we wrap them up.
I don't know. I mean, like, the Clockwork ones seemed like it would be, but if we wanted to, we could just go back to the Clockwork Kingdom, and I'm sure nothing would be different, you know?
Probably.
I think we should start wrapping some up before we start some new ones.
I think all these quests are interconnected, babe. Hello, Haggles. I'll buy slow. What do you think? I say check out the mine, southwest.
Well, you're the one driving.
Alright. Thought it might be that way. The mines are supposed to be somewhere around here.
Oh.
Oh. It's a dragon.
Is that the dragon we've been seeing?
It is.
Dude, you could talk to him.
We can. Greetings, sir. Watch him just eat me when I go to talk to him.
Yeah.
The great creature, it's a crypt worm, looms overhead, engulfing you in blasts of putrid warm breath. Though the creature's mouth does not move, a voice creeps through your mind like a choir of whispers, somehow differing in their unison. You are fortunate, morsel. You are tasteless. This worm has no interest in your flesh.
We're not rotting.
Aha. Am I speaking to a worm? A pertinent question with no easy answer. We are a symbiosis of sorts. We are a collective of thoughts trapped within the mind of this worm. We are endless, a lingering echo of this worm's victims, devoured from within our crypts. It is rare to speak with a morsel such as yourself. We have waited a long time for such an opportunity. Will you help us with a certain matter? No. This saddens us, morsel. We were waiting, if you reconsider. You were right. We're taking on too many quests. When we want to go do a fucking quest for a dragon, we know where to go, okay?
That kind of looks like a mausoleum.
It does, doesn't it? Ah!
These aren't so bad.
What is that one?
I think we bought one of these on the way in.
We did, but this one looks different from the other. They're like different colors.
Oh, maybe it does magic.
Ouch. Got fucking javelins.
Move.
Yeah, I don't like these dudes. Trapped chest. Several chests.
Perhaps this is just nothing.
Spells, please. A rusty greatsword? Serious? We could sell it. Urn of Anguish. This urn is deathly cold to the touch. It's sealed tight. An inscription reads, "Here are the ashes of untold numbers of endless ones who were burned by the living in the years of devouring. May the gods have mercy on us all." Sounds like a quest item. Let's Probably what the dragon was gonna ask me to bring him, to be honest. Could this be it? Certainly seems to be a mine.
Maybe it's where you come out of.
Maybe. This is southwest. Kind of.
Another ghost.
It was on this hill that the last offenders fell. Oh, how the endless swarmed upon them, how they feasted upon flesh and blood. I still see it, mortal. I can smell the sickly sweet stench of death. I can feel the cold chill of death upon my phantom skin. This is a place of remembrance. If you have not come here out of respect, I must ask you to leave. I've come to pay my respects. Fuck. I appreciate the gesture. As a young mortal, you cannot hope to fully comprehend what happened here. For this reason, I must keep the tomb sealed. What happened here? When the Endless were first created, they were consumed by an insatiable hunger. They fell upon their mortal brethren and committed unspeakable acts. It is a time known as the Years of Devouring. Spirits like myself are a vestige of trauma. I do not simply remember these unspeakable years, I live them still. But I hold on to enough of my wits that I can tell the past from the present, for the most part. And so I watch over this place to ensure that folk remember. That's cool. I wouldn't mind getting a little bit of stuff that we can get in. Buried Guilt. Looks like it's a novel. I'm not sure if we want to read that. No lore checks in here.
Look at the fairy garden in the back.
The what?
Fairy garden.
Oh, a fairy circle. Yeah. I hear a strange noise when I stand in the middle.
It's probably the tomb.
Maybe. It's very strange. How about we go and chat with the Queen of Silver, just to see what can be done. Maybe she'll at least tell us a little more about herself and her father. I wonder if she just can't, if she's lying to us or if she doesn't remember things. As the queen casts her gaze upon you, overcome with melancholy. The entombed one is a ghost created by your sacrifice, your majesty. We want to...
I want to.
Yes, I know.
Well...
Why didn't you tell me? For obvious reasons, I keep my ghost's existence a secret. If my subjects ever found out that a shade of their own queen was trying to destroy them. I last saw her 2 centuries ago when I took Penitent Thaw down there to become one of the Endless. What exactly is she? She's both spell and sacrifice. Partly a ghost and partly the lingering remnant of the spell that turned the whole kingdom into the Endless. That's one reason why she is so powerful, and why I needed her help to turn Penitent into an Endless. But her power is growing far beyond what she used to be capable of. I think she's being fueled by my subjects' growing faith in the ferryman. Their scripture tells them to look forward to death, and their prayers for their own self-annihilation are like fuel to the entombed one's flame. She could escape easily if she wanted to, but she refuses to stop haunting my father's bones.
Penitent knew about this too?
She's the only other one who knows. It was unavoidable, the only way that I could grant her request to become an Endless. How can... No, I'm not... I don't care about that.
I think that's the only thing we can ask.
Alright. How can I persuade her to not destroy the kingdom? I can think of one thing. She places something in your palm, a topaz necklace. The gemstone is inscribed with a complex sigil. This was the necklace I wore during the ritual. Perhaps it will remind her that a queen's purpose, above all, is to serve the needs of the kingdom.
Well, we don't have to do that just yet, if you don't want.
I don't think we're going to do it. I'm down to clown with destroying the realm. I don't think it's right that 1, these people live forever. That 2, the queen it's internally suffering. And 3, that the flesh is being eaten forever. I think if we just let things go their natural course, or maybe even accelerate it, we get the best possible outcome to this quest.
Maybe talking to the flesh will be different next time.
Yeah. And I'll let you make the decisions, because I think I'm going to call it here.
Alright.
Crazy shit. I really like
Make sure you save.
Oh yeah, you're right. I really like I suspected that Hallowshire was supposed to be like a tutorial zone because it felt very simple, very vanilla fantasy. This place and the Clockwork Kingdom is like what I was hoping to get out of this game. I quite dig it.